Module 2, Internal Control of Stock, Cash Disbursement, Petty Cash, Accounts Receivable, and Employee Remuneration. Introduction. Welcome to Module 2 of the course on Internal Control in Hospitality Administration 2. In this module, we will explore critical aspects of financial and resource control specific to the hospitality industry. These include internal control of stock, cash disbursement procedures, petty cash management, control of accounts receivable, and the management of employee remuneration. Each of these components forms an integral part of a robust internal control system, ensuring the protection of assets, reliability of financial reporting, and compliance with policies in the hospitality sector. Internal control of stock in hospitality administration. Stock control, also referred to as inventory control, is essential for effective resource management in the hospitality industry. Hospitality businesses, particularly hotels, restaurants, and resorts, rely heavily on consumables like food, beverages, linen, cleaning supplies, and amenities. Without proper internal control, stock items can be easily misused, misplaced, or stolen. Key objectives of stock control. Accurate record keeping. This ensures that all stock items are logged and tracked, from procurement to utilization. Prevention of pilferage. A well-structured control system deters theft or misuse of stock by staff or third parties. Efficient usage. Avoiding overstocking and understocking helps maintain smooth operations without waste. Cost control. Keeping inventory levels aligned with actual usage minimizes operational cost. Methods of stock control. Periodic stocktaking involves physically counting inventory at regular intervals to verify recorded amounts. Perpetual inventory system. This approach maintains real-time records of stock movement. Use of requisition forms. Staff must formally request stock through approved channels. Restricted access. Limiting access to storerooms ensures only authorized personnel handle stock. Stock control challenges in hospitality. Perishable goods. Many inventory items are time-sensitive and require careful handling. High staff turnover. New or temporary staff may not be adequately trained in inventory procedures. Complex menus and services. Hotels and restaurants often offer a wide variety of services, complicating inventory forecasting. Cash disbursement control in hospitality administration. Cash disbursement refers to the process of paying out funds by the organization. This may include payments to suppliers, contractors, service providers, and even refunds to customers. Components of cash disbursement control. Authorization procedures. All payments should be properly authorized, ensuring they are legitimate and necessary. Segregation of duties. Staff members involved in requesting, approving, and making payments should be different individuals. Use of vouchers. Each payment should be supported by documentation such as invoices and approval forms. Reconciliation of accounts. Regular reconciliation of bank statements with internal records helps identify discrepancies. Risks and solutions. Fraudulent payments. To combat this, management should implement approval hierarchies. Duplicate payments. Systems should have checks to detect and prevent repeated payments. Unauthorized expenditures. A clear spending policy must be in place, limiting who can authorize what amount. In the hospitality sector, payments are often numerous and varied. Timely and accurate recording is essential to maintain financial integrity and transparency. Petty cash control in hospitality administration. Petty cash is a small amount of money kept on hand to cover minor, everyday expenses that are not practical to pay by check or electronic transfer. Petty cash fund management. Establishment of fund. A designated amount is set aside and maintained by a petty cash custodian. Impress system. This is the most commonly used method, where the petty cash balance is always replenished to its original amount after disbursements. Documentation. Every disbursement must be supported by a petty cash voucher detailing the amount, purpose, and recipient. Limitations. There should be strict rules on the maximum amount that can be disbursed at one time. Importance of petty cash control. ensures minor expenses are legitimate and within policy, reduces the burden on general disbursement processes, enhances transparency and accountability in handling cash. Challenges in managing petty cash. Misuse or theft. Regular audits and restricted access mitigate this risk. Lack of documentation. Staff must be trained to complete petty cash vouchers diligently. Unclear replenishment schedule. Replenishment should occur on a regular, predetermined basis. In the hospitality context, petty cash is often used for guest-related expenses, minor maintenance needs, and emergency purchases, making its control especially vital. Accounts receivable control in hospitality administration. Accounts receivable refers to money owed to the business by its customers, especially when services are provided on credit. Examples include corporate clients with billing arrangements or group bookings with delayed payments. Key elements of accounts receivable control. Credit policy. A formal credit policy sets the criteria for offering credit, payment terms, and collection processes. Customer assessment. Before offering credit, a customer's financial stability should be evaluated. Invoicing system. Invoices should be accurate, timely, and contain all necessary information. Monitoring and follow-up. Regular aging analysis of receivables helps track overdue payments. Internal control procedures. Segregation of duties. The person handling customer service should not be the same as the one collecting payments. Reconciliation. Customer accounts must be reconciled periodically to prevent errors or fraud. Write-off policies. Clear procedures should exist for identifying and approving bad debts. Risks and mitigation strategies. Non-payment. Establish a follow-up system with reminders and legal escalation if necessary. Errors in billing. Use automated billing software to minimize human error. Fraud. Enforce dual authorization for credit approvals and account adjustments. Effective management of accounts receivable directly affects the cash flow and profitability of hospitality businesses. Control of employees' remuneration in hospitality administration. Employee remuneration includes wages, salaries, bonuses, benefits, and other forms of compensation. Due to the large workforce in the hospitality industry, controlling payroll is critical to organizational sustainability. Objectives of remuneration control. Accuracy. Ensure all payments are calculated correctly based on time worked or service delivered. Timeliness. Salaries must be paid promptly to maintain staff morale and trust. Compliance. All remuneration practices must adhere to labor laws and tax regulations. Confidentiality. Payroll data must be securely handled to protect employee privacy. Payroll control procedures. Timekeeping systems. Use of biometric or digital systems to track hours worked. Segregation of duties. Separate individuals should handle time recording, payroll calculation, and payment disbursement. Authorization. Salary changes, overtime approvals, and bonuses must go through a formal approval process. Audits. Periodic payroll audits help identify irregularities and prevent overpayments or ghost workers. Common issues and remedies. Ghost employees. Regular staff audits and requiring physical verification prevent this. Overtime mismanagement. Enforce strict approval processes and monitor workload patterns. Unrecorded deductions. Payroll systems should automatically calculate statutory deductions like taxes and pensions. Effective payroll control not only preserves company resources but also promotes fairness and staff retention. Conclusion. In summary, Module 2 has explored the financial backbone of internal control in hospitality administration, covering key systems and procedures that ensure operational efficiency and integrity. We discussed the internal control of stock, procedures for cash disbursement, petty cash management, receivables control, and the payroll process. Each area poses its own set of challenges and requires tailored strategies to ensure transparency, reduce waste, and prevent fraud. A well-structured internal control system in these domains is fundamental to the survival and growth of any hospitality enterprise. It assures stakeholders, owners, managers, employees, and customers that the business operates in a sound, ethical, and sustainable manner. This concludes Module 2 and the full course on internal control in Hospitality Administration 2. Thank you for your attention and commitment to improving internal control practices in your organization.